Set 3 questions 9 to 12. Answer the questions on the basis of the information given below. 10 teams A to J played a hockey tournament wherein every team played exactly one match with each of the other 9 teams. Given below is an incomplete table which gives the results of the matches between the teams. For any team, a match can have only 3 results, either a win or a draw or a loss. The points awarded to a team for a win are +1, +3. For a draw, you don't get any points, and for a loss, you lose 3 points. You win, you get 3, you lose 3 points, you draw, you get 0 points. The team with the highest number of points at the end is the winner of the tournament. So let's try to understand this table first. Teams A versus A doesn't play with itself, A playing with B or B playing with A. This is a partial table and it's our job to fill up the rest. If we see this, B versus A, what it means is A is winning, correct? That's what the next part of the table would say too. The entry in any particular cell of the table gives the winner of the match between the corresponding two teams unless the cell contains a T, which means it ended in a draw, T for tie. Also, the following information is available. Before that, let's first see. B is playing with A and in this match A is winning, which means when A plays with B also A is winning, right? So, we'll have to, everything will be a double entry, right? Every entry will be in 2 places. It will be in A playing with B as well as B playing with A. Now, if we look at this entry, C playing with B, who won? B won. So, C playing with B, here also we should have had the same B, correct? So, going on, D with C, C is the winner, right? D with C. So, check this, D with C, also C must be the winner. Everything we'll have to check C in D as well as D in C. We could either check horizontally and vertically or horizontally and horizontally. Both would be the same, AA, BB, CC. Check this, E played with D and E won. Now, when D plays with E also, E should win, correct? So, we'll first check all the values at the downside, then we'll check all the values on the above the diagonal, okay? So, this is a tie. F and C resulted in a tie. So, C and F, this will also result in a tie, T ka T. So, AA, BB, CC, EE, this is a tie. And then what about this B? F played with B and B won. So, when B played with F also, B would win, right? And similarly, what is this? G with B, that's a tie. So, B with G, that should also be a tie. And then G with B is a tie. So, BG is a tie. G with E is also a tie. So, E with G will also be a tie, right? What else? I with B is a tie. B with I with B, I with B, B won. So, B with I also, B should win. Further, I with D, I won. So, D with I also, I should win. And then I with G is a tie. So, G with I will also be a tie. See, AA, BB, CC, EE, TT, then this is the B, this is the B, this is the T, this is the T, this is the B, IB, similarly BI, and then we have the ties and we have the ties. Okay, done. Now, this was only everything below the diagonal. We have to also check all the values above the diagonal. Be careful here. A with D with A, D is winning. So, D with A, D should winning. Now, we'll write the double entry for all the values above the diagonal. So, this D we have written. What about this C? E with C, C is winning, right? So, E with C, C must win. Okay, what about the other values? H with D, H with D, H is winning. So, we should look at H with D. Who will win? H will win. Okay. What about this tie? C with I, that's a tie. So, I with C, that must be a tie, right? So, we address this D and then E with C, E with C, C with E, this D is done, this C is done, this H with D. So, H with D, H with D, this is also done. And what about the rest? J with F is F. So J with F must be F here also, right? This is also done. What about D? J with D is D. So J with D must be D, right? This is also done. I with C is a tie. I with C, that's a tie. This also we had used it fully. What about J with B is a B? So J with B, this must be a B. This is also used. Similarly, I with A is a A. I with A, this must be an A. So have we used everything? Just quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is used, this is used, this is used, and this is used. So we can just remove the right. So yes, we filled it up pretty much. All the double entries have been filled. All the entry on above the diagonal, below the diagonal, they've been taken care of. Now we just have to start looking at their scores after we are done with this additional information. Only 5 matches ended as draws. So how many ties do we see so far? We can check either above the diagonal or below the diagonal, right? We have 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got the 5 ties actually. We got everything. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This just 5, which means every other match in every cell must either be a win or a loss for any of the teams involved. H lost all its matches except one, right? H. We look at H. H is actually winning a match against D, which means H is losing every other match except that one match, which means in H versus A is winning. H versus B is winning. H versus C is winning. H versus E is winning. H versus F is winning. Here G is winning. H versus H, there's no match. Here I is winning, and here J is winning. So the entire row, if we see, except one match H versus D, H has lost every other match. So how many matches is H playing against the remaining 9 players? It would play a total of 9 matches, right? Out of 9 matches, 1 win and 8 losses. 8 losses is 8 into minus 3 minus 24. Minus 24 plus 1 win is minus 24 plus 3, which is minus 21. That's very negative. Now we have filled the row for A. We should also fill the column for fill the row for H. We should also fill the column for H, right? In this match, H versus A wins. This match, B wins. This match, C wins. And similarly, here H wins. Here E wins. Here F wins. Here G wins. And here I wins. And here J wins. So that's a lot of progress with one piece of information. H lost all its matches except one. The next point, the team which did not lose any match got a maximum number of points. The team which did not lose any match. Now if we look at this, A has lost a match to D, at least one match, right? Now if we look at B has lost a match to A, correct? So A has lost a match, B has lost a match. What about C? C has lost to multiple players. C has lost to B here and the others were ties. Okay. What about D? D has lost to E here, H here, I here. So that's not happening either. And not E either. So what about F? F is losing to B here, right? And F is winning some and some are ties. Okay. What about G? Look at G. G has 3 ties and 1 win, but the others we can't see. So if there's one person who hasn't lost a single match, it can only be G, as we can see, correct? Look at G. Everyone else, J has lost to B, D, I has lost to A, B, H has lost to everyone except one match where he won, right? G will put on hold. What about F? F has lost to B, E has lost to C, D has lost to C, C has lost to B, B has lost to A has lost to D. So if there's one person who did not lose a single match, that can only be G, because so far we don't see G losing even a single match out of the 10 persons. Therefore, G has to win all these matches except those 3 ties, right? For these 3 ties, he doesn't get any point. Let's say there are 10 players and G will play how many matches? 9 matches. Out of the 9, 3 are ties. If we remove 3, that leaves 6 matches. And G has a total of 18, which means he has to win the remaining 6 matches, right? So G wins here, G wins here, G wins here, G wins here, and G wins here. A total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 wins. We filled the row for G. We should also fill the column for G. Let's look at G's column. G has how many ties? 1, 2, 3, which means everything else G has to again win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are also being told that 18 is the highest score. Makes sense, obviously, right? That's the maximum number of points. Maximum is different from the highest. When we say the highest, only one person can get it. But when we say maximum, more than one person can get the maximum. Then the total number of points of D is greater than that of E. Okay, the number of points of D here is greater than that of E. Can we see that? See, E has minus 12 points, but it's being told D has greater number of points than E. Why would that be? If we look at it, D is winning 2 matches. D has 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. And D is actually losing C, E, G, H and I. Okay, so D has 3 plus 3, 6. But D is losing C, E, G, H, I. That's 5 matches that he's losing, right? Only 2 wins. 2 wins, 5 loses and 2 unknown. 2 wins is 6 points. 5 losses is 6 minus 15 minus 9, right? Minus 9 we are being told is better than minus 12. So the other matches D is either going to win or win 1 and draw 1. That's not possible, right? So D will either win 2 more matches or 1 win and 1 loss. That will still put D at minus 9, still ahead of minus E, right? So we'll just make a note here. D has either 2 more wins or 1 win and 1 loss. Draws are ruled out. At this point, there are no ties at all, right? So why don't we look at some of the other scores? Let's say any other information we don't have. With this information, can we actually answer some questions? Let's look at it. Which team got the least number of points? I mean, here I think there's no doubt at all. Now, everyone else has some wins and some losses, but H is the only one with just 1 win and losing everything else. So, unless some other team loses all the 9 matches, does any team lose all 9 matches? Not happening, right? Every team is winning at least one win and so on, correct? 1 wins, 2 wins, 3 wins and so on. So, the first question, there is no ambiguity at all. Which team got the least number of points? That has to be H with minus 21 points. That would be option C. H has the least number of points. The next question, what is the difference between the maximum number of points scored and the minimum number of points scored by any team? Now here, while we do not know the scores of F as well as D, now D could be as high as only 18, right? Because it was already mentioned, the team which did not lose even a single match had the maximum number of points. Maximum is 18 and the minimum is 21. So what is the difference between maximum points and minimum points? The difference between 18 and minus 21, which is 39. So this also we can answer without even filling the rest of the table. 39 is the answer. Next one is just repetition. I lost the match against which of the following teams? Okay, I lost the match against which of the following teams? So we just have, okay, this was the first question, this was the second, and this is the third. Okay, I lost the match against which of the following teams? D, E, F or H? Okay, let's see. I actually won against D, so this is ruled out. What about E? We don't know. What about F? We don't know. What about H? H is also ruled out. I has lost to either E or F. We just need to identify this one. Is I losing to E or F? If we check this here, I versus E, E versus I, let's check. E has a total score of minus 12. Okay. What about E's matches? E won a match against D, lost a match to C. Plus 3 minus 3, 0. E won against H and this was a tie. So, E is at plus 3. Now, from plus 3, E has to go to minus 12. Means E should actually have 5 more losses. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we say this, E has to lose 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Only if E loses the remaining 5 matches, it will go from +3 to -12. Means E has to actually lose to F. We are interested in I, right? When E plays I will win and E will actually lose. So I lost the match against which of the following? Definitely not E. So by elimination, we can see that I is losing to F. Which team got the least number of points? So F, D, H, C are our options. We already know the score of some of them and we don't know the score of all of them. But when it comes to the least number of points, I think there should be no doubt here. H has 8 losses and only 1 win. That's a total of -21. Can anyone else be lower than -21? There are only two possible persons whose scores we do not know. That is, it is F and D. Now, D already has 2 wins. So, the moment someone has 2 wins, their score would be better than H, who had only 1 win and every other thing is a loss, right? Similarly, if we look at F also has 2 wins and therefore his score also can't be as bad as -21. So, which team got the least number of points? That's no doubt going to be H. Option C at -21, that's the lowest. Next question. What is the difference between the maximum number of points scored by any team and the minimum number of points scored by any team? Maximum number of points scored here we already know is 18. 2 teams got 18 and it was also mentioned the team which did not have any losses had the maximum points. So, no one got more than 18. Similarly, we already established the lowest point scored by any team is -21. So, the difference between 18 and -21, 18 minus of -21, that's 39. So, this answer, the maximum difference is 39 points. The next question, which of the following statements is definitely true? First statement, there are 3 teams which won the same number of points. Okay, how is that possible? The same number of points were obtained by 3 teams. So, we have 2 teams with 3 points, 2 teams with -3 points, and we have 2 teams with 18 points. We don't know, it's like a black box. There are 2 teams D and F here. We don't know that yet. We'll just put this on hold for a moment. Okay, G lost at least 1 match. Look at G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wins and 3 draws. So, B is definitely false because G did not lose even 1 match. Next one, B won the maximum number of matches. Okay, how many matches did B win? B won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far, and those 2 outcomes which you do not know, but let's check it. B has a total of 9 matches, correct? Out of which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 wins, 5 3s are 15. 15 minus 1 loss here with A, 15 minus 3 is 12. But the total score of B is 18 points. Now, how can that happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 wins minus 1 loss is 12 points. For the 12 to go to 18, the remaining 2 also have to be wins, right? So, B is winning against D, right? So, D versus B, this should also be B, a double entry system. B is winning against E, right? With E also, B is winning. So, we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. B won the maximum number of matches. This is definitely true. So, C would be the answer. Now, we don't have to check D. We don't have to worry about A. Now, just out of curiosity, what is D? The team which got the least number of points is not H. Sorry, the team which got the least number of points is definitely H. So, D is also false. C is true for this question. Next question. I lost the match against which of the following teams? Check out I. I lost the match against D, E, F, H. Check I, D. I actually won. I didn't lose against it. Okay, what about H? I, H also. I, H, I won. So, it's either E or F. Check. I, E and I, F. So, E, I and F, I. We don't have any information here. Let's look at the score of E. E has a total score of net score of minus 12 points. Okay. And what about it? E has 2 wins. 2 wins puts it 3 plus 3 6 and 2 losses. Right. With B and C, E is losing and E won 2 matches here. 2 matches is 2 wins is 3 plus 6. 2 losses is minus 6 0. So now E is at 0, but he has to go to minus 12. And the fate of 1, 2, 3, 4 matches is unknown. from 0 to go to minus 12, it needs minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. So E is losing to A, E is losing to F, E is losing to I, and E is losing to J. E is losing to I. So I lost to E, that's also ruled out. Now without having to worry or fill the table, we can confidently say I lost the match against F because I won against D and E and H, all three of them. The answer is C.